Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Divya and in today's video we will be talking about see, it's so hard to even speak up this term. We will be talking about mental health, especially the recent events that have happened. The sad demise of Sushant Singh Rajput, who we all loved and cherished. When we see a person, we never really understand what they're going through. So, let's not judge anyone. Let's just be kind to one another, whoever we are surrounded with, or even people that we follow, the influencers, the celebrities that we follow on social medias. Let's not say mean things to them. Let's not bash them because they're also people, they're also humans. Our comments, our negative thoughts affect them, right? Let's not judge anyone and let's just be kind to one another. This video is going to be segmented. There is one segment where I'm talking to my best friend who has always been there for me, and there is another segment where I'm speaking with a mental health professional. So I'm gonna put the blockers down in the description box. If you want to directly jump onto any segment, please do that. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy watching this video. So now I'm gonna present you someone who's always been there for me, and you already know this person because she has already debuted on my channel in the convocation vlog, which I'm gonna link up here. So welcoming Ananya Mishra here. Hey Ananya, what's up? How are you?
Hi Divya. Thank you for having me over again. It's always a pleasure to meet you.
So the reason why Ananya is here is because she is my distress caller. In the recent year or two, she is the one who I have been leaning on towards whenever I have been stressed out. And luckily, she's always been there. She's always been the ears for me. Ananya, do you remember the times when I used to call during the daytime and you would just question me, dude, are you not working? And I would just tell you, dude, that's where I am and that's what's bothering me. So just listen to me and this is what's going on.
First of all, I would like to appreciate the thing about Divya that she has been very honest always. If she has gone through a phase which was definitely difficult, she was all by herself trying to figure out everything. And she was so honest, हमेशा खुल के बताती थी कि क्या चल रहा है दिमाग में. She never used to be like हाँ ठीक है चल जाएगा मतलब मैं खुद से handle कर लूँगी. I was never there for her physically. I was never doing anything for her. I just used to listen to her and I used to feel like oh my god she's going through a lot. She was a dear friend. I cared for her. And
Was?
No, you are. Like I'm talking about back then. It's 2 years old story, right? 2 साल हो गए इस बात को. अब तो we are like मतलब उस समय भी किसी भी बात पे बात कर रहे होते थे. अभी भी करते हैं. This still the thing hasn't broken. This chain of conversation. उसके जो भी struggles थे, जो भी चल रहा था, they were very like रोज़मर्रे की कुछ छोटी छोटी दिक्कतें होती हैं जो आपके दिमाग में पाइलअप होती जाती हैं एंड द वे इट स्टार्ट्स टू मैनिफेस्ट इज वेरी वियर्ड. वन थिंग दैट आई वुड सजेस्ट टू एवरीवन कि जो भी है दिल में ना बात कर लो, बता दो किसी को.
The importance of speaking your thoughts out or just getting things out of yourself is just that it's not going to manifest in you. It's not going to burn you out and you'll always feel kilos lighter. I have always been this person who has to talk it out. Like I have to tell somebody what I did. If it's somebody really close, I give them an hourly update. What really worked with us was that I did the same thing, but there were a couple of things bothering. It was never something like I'm gonna tell her the general stuff, but I'm gonna just skip out the stuff that is bothering me. Instead, I highlighted that part before I used to come to bakwas. It was never something that we bitched about. It was never us talking bad things about other people. It was just that I don't like it when this happens with me. Maybe I should have fought there. Maybe I should have said that. Maybe the things that you could have done, but even if you were not able to, instead of looping it in your head, just talk it out to someone, because that's what I used to do. And when things got harder, my calls were more frequent and they were much longer. And she would just patiently listen. So that I think just grew us much more closer, even though physically we were so far away. We were just there for each other. There was this support system. If ever I was falling, she was there. If ever she was falling, I was there. But The important part was we told each other that we're falling apart.
Whenever we started a conversation, पहले तो hi, hello. ना जो first point of conversation होता है, it's how am I feeling today? Is it good? Is it bad? आज बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, आज बहुत खराब लग रहा है, आज इसके ऊपर बड़ा गुस्सा आ रहा है. जो भी feeling होती है ना, we talk about that. And I think like not with everyone, I don't start a conversation like this, but with her I have this kind of rapport कि जो भी दिमाग में चल रहा है ना, वो पहले बाहर आएगा. It's not about what I ate, how I looked. No, what's on the inside. That comes out.
And I think it is very important to have that sort of a relationship with someone. If you know, if not that, like I remember in school time when we were taught about doing a diary entry. Adulthood में उसको journal लिखना कहते हैं. Even in 6th, 7th standard, whenever there were things happening, I was a very shy introvert kid. So back then, I used to write my feelings down, and I remember feeling much better after that. You know, while you're a teenager, there's just so much that is going on, and you know, silly things just bother you so much.
So the whole point over here is कि problems सबकी life में होती है और there's a lot of mental pressure जो कि it's like मतलब अंदर होता है, even you don't realize that it's there, and when you talk it out, it's when you realize कि हाँ कितना बोझ मैंने हल्का किया है. अगर कोई और भी होता है जो मुझको इस काबिल समझता है कि they can call me and they can tell what's going on in their head, मेरे लिए वो एक बहुत बड़ा you know it's a gratification for me. किसी ने इतना लायक तो समझा कि when they are in a problem जो खुद से नहीं solve हो रही है, so they are coming to me. So it's my responsibility to act responsibly. How do I do that? I empathize. एक बार उसके perspective से सोच के. Whenever somebody comes to you and when they talk to you about the feelings and stuff, they are not looking for any advice. All they are looking for is empathy. And when you tell them, "Nay, you are the worst person to do this. You could have done it better." Well, you know what? You have closed them even more. और शायद तुम उनके अंदर एक ऐसी guilt पैदा कर दो जिससे कि वो खुद भी fight ना कर पाए. So
yeah, I feel like instead of judging someone, you should just
what's the
be
point of
patient
passing
there.
judgments and everything? Like what they are doing, what they are dealing with, it's big in itself. So there was this positive affirmation from my side, and it was not just for the sake of saying. It was because I felt that, because I know her. But it's that empathy that comes from within when you listen to somebody. I am a very emotional person, or sometimes it's like थोड़ा सा overwhelming हो जाता है because not everybody is on that level. They feel like कि मतलब rolling myself into a shell and not talking to anybody. But eventually I have people whom I love like dearly. So I just open up like layer by layer कि अभी ऐसा हुआ and they're like उन्होंने कभी मुझे कुछ नहीं बताया कि ऐसा करो वैसा करो. Yeah, it also comes like it's a part कि कभी कभी if you feel that there's a right thing, you can tell, you can try that, but don't force that on. And they let me just detangle all of the knots that I have in my head, and when I sleep and the next day when I wake up, it will be much lighter, much better. So with time अच्छा होता चलता है. There are like बहुत सारे lifelong scars होते हैं जो कि पीछा ही नहीं छोड़ते हैं. So for that also you have to talk them out. Like, is it easy for you to open to anybody?
Well, I think you definitely cannot just open up to a person who you're just barely acquainted to. You definitely need that sort of a connection to find trust in that person and be able to tell them what's going on with you, what's going wrong with you. There were certain times where I felt like I need some sort of professional help, because when you're just too scared to acknowledge what's really happening with you, you should definitely seek out a professional, visit a psychologist or just a therapist. I remember at work I was really stressed out. I was anxious about a certain number of things and I just could not focus on my work. My organization itself had a program where you could communicate with a professional therapist. I scheduled the call and I just did not feel like speaking with them, but then I thought to myself that this is important. Let's just, brave up. The call was hardly 15 minutes long and I had such a good session. They just made my life crystal clear by the answer that I gave them. And sometimes it's very important, when you're not able to figure out what's happening around you, to genuinely seek some professional help. They just made me understand that it's a very small thing that had just built up in my head and I was not getting over it. And the solution was very easy to either braven up, confess, or just run away, remove those toxic people from my life. So I chose the latter. I did not want to fight, I did not want to keep them in my life, so I just moved away from these toxic people. I think that is a very important thing. One should acknowledge that there's something wrong and to seek help. Did you ever feel like you needed some help from someone? Like, did you ever come across any such situation?
Yeah. Initially, after moving out, few months were difficult, adjusting to the new environment. All of a sudden, so many new people don't know how to interact. Or for a person who is sensitive for the rest of the life, who has been like that, things get thoda sa or difficult. There was one time a session on mental health in my classroom, and I remember that while they were talking, I started crying, and it was really awkward for me. There were so many people sitting there, and I was just like, अब रो दिया तो रो दिया, हो गया, क्या करें. So and after that I was like कि क्या, is there something that I need to address, like people जिनसे मिलके बात करके I straightened those things again. I was like very honest about how I feel about it. When I addressed that myself, first of all you have to give acceptance to yourself that okay, there is something that needs to be worked upon. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है भाई. तो ये चीज़ जब रियलाइज़ हुई कि हाँ गड़बड़ है, तो मैंने खुद पे वर्क करना शुरू किया. इट्स लाइक गिविंग योरसेल्फ दैट फर्स्ट एड, लेट्स से कि अगर घर पे ट्रीटमेंट हो सकता है विदाउट गोइंग टू द हॉस्पिटल, सो दैट वाज द अप्रोच दैट आई टुक.
You did a haldi
हाँ,
wala
हल्दी
दूध
दूध
therapy
भाई,
on
हर चीज़
yourself.
का इलाज. So I made that haldi doodh for myself, like because I know me, I know what things are going in my head and what do I feel. You have to address that also, na? You have to know yourself first. I tried to work upon that and it helped. Your personal relations also get affected because of it. You don't behave well with your family and your loved ones. अगर ऐसा कुछ हो रहा है, अपने behavior को थोड़ा सा minutely observe
Yeah.
कि are you the same
And I think
person?
shying away is not a solution.
Right.
Like you talk it out to a couple of people and you just shy away from your very close ones. That's not helpful. I think being open about things that are going around, it's a good remedy.
Yeah.
Because I remember when things got harder, I was much more vocal about it, and you'll not believe, if I told about my troubles to say n number of people, N by 2 told me that they had certain other issues going on around with them. Yeah, don't shy away. It's okay. I think that is a problem, right? We think that having a mental issue is a very big thing. It's not. It's really not. It's an
an
organ of
issue,
your body.
like to begin with. You don't have to label yourself.
Yeah.
अपने आप को अगर label
Exactly,
करोगे
I don't-
कि नहीं अब तो मुझे को problem हो गई है, अब तो lifelong है. It's not how it
Yeah,
works.
and creating the stigma around it that, oh my god, she's suffering from that. How is she dealing? Or, I mean, what? What if I just had a stomach ache? Will you say like that? Will you say things like that to me?
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you hear she has a stomach ache?
She's scarred for
Like,
life with
that
that
is just
stomach
so
ache.
yeah. Oh, उसको तो डायरिया हो गया.
अब कैसे जीव के बेचारे बताएंगे.
ठीक हो जाएगा, डायरिया भी ठीक हो जाता है.
सब सही हो जाता है. You have to accept it.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to
just that.
accept yourself first. जैसे दिव्या का भी उसने जो भी बताया आपको about the things she went through, what she felt, she acknowledged it. That is how she got to know it. Otherwise अगर वो अपने आप को बंद कर लेती कि नहीं मुझे काम करना है, मुझे goals achieve करने हैं, she completely stopped doing YouTube for such a long time, and I know how passionate she was for this. She has always been the one who was like आज ये idea, आज वो idea, अब ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, and that person not doing that thing because so many things were bothering her. So it's not easy, but she dealt with all of that, the things that were going in her head, and she gave her the time. She did not over pressure her. एक pressure बहुत है, कुकर में ही बनना है.
हाँ.
सब कुछ
I
साथ
feel
में
like the
पकाना.
pressure, exactly. I feel like we've become a pressure cooker because the pressure never really ends. When you're in school, it's board exams, and then there's 12th board exams. Once you're through that, your family also tells you, बेटा बस ये कर ले, इसके बाद life set है. Then happens your college, you have to get an admission in the best college, and then once you're through your college, there is placement ka dar. The other thing would be you working in a very stressful condition. This pressure thing will never end. So I think finding ways to cope around it and finding things that you are passionate about, even if you don't turn it into your work, you can definitely do it on the side so that you get that sort of happiness, right? So if you're working a job that really sucks or you don't enjoy doing it, so if you're spending about 60% of your wakeful hours doing something that you absolutely hate, imagine the scenario going around in your head what you're doing in life, because that is how you function. And imagine doing just taking out an hour or just 30 minutes to work out or move around, dance a little, anything that gives you pleasure.
Yeah, and adding on to this very point that don't follow anything blindly जो कि किसी और ने किया है. Let's say Divya is a person who finds peace through yoga or meditation. Well, I don't. So that's not कि I will never find peace. मुझे मिलेगा किसी और तरीके से मिलेगा. Find yourself. What do you enjoy more?
Adding on to that, if you are not aware of that one thing that really gives you pleasure, go on with your day, do your activities, and just notice during which activity you do not realize the time has passed.
So thank you so much for having me here, Divya. It's always a pleasure to do a video with you because you're my love. Okay, you're my love. You see here? Yeah, I'm very cheesy, I know. So yeah, again, thanks for having me, and I gotta go right now, so I'm sorry I'm ending it over here, but I know you will do a great job and this will be a very beautiful video. I know that for sure. So bye, see you later then.
Thank you so much, Ananya, for being part of this conversation. It is always a pleasure speaking with you. And I hope you all also gained a perspective of how you can help one another just by being there. Along with this, I am also going to be speaking with a clinical psychologist, Navya Dev. So she has been practicing in this field for about 5 years now. So she's currently working with TikTok to CureFit and Felicity. Definitely, if you want to book a session, you can do that. I am going to leave out a couple of links of her in the description box below. Unfortunately, she won't be able to join us for a video conversation. So I'm just going to give her a phone call and put her on speaker. There are a couple of things that I really want to discuss with her. Hi Navya, how are you?
Hi Divya, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm really good. So Navya, I just had a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you because you've been in this field and you've been practicing for quite some time now, and especially post the recent events, there's a lot of chit chat and hissing about mental health, but there are still a lot of people dealing with it by themselves. So what would you say about the prevalence of mental health in our nation? Because I am sure when we do not address our physical health issues until unless it's absolutely necessary, how are things when it comes to mental health?
First of all, thank you Divya. This is a very integral question which you have asked, and I would say we all get enlightened and we all get these questions about our mind when like a news flashes. Something happened yesterday and everybody is out there talking about mental health. One way it is good that people are talking, but then another way I feel that one part of your body which is the most important part and we forget to nurture it and take care of it.
Yeah.
It's really thought-provoking and really something which touches my heart, that why do we ignore our mind so much? So to answer your question, yes, the prevalence rate has increased drastically. I do not have the statistics per se, but I remember the last survey that there is one person in every 6 people suffering from any kind of mental illness in India. For example, one person in each family is suffering from some kind of psychological problem. And like you addressed that a lot of people do not really take care of their physical health, which is objective in nature, like which will be shown and which is quite visible to others till the time it has really reached the brain.
Yeah.
So mind is something that people just do not recognize that it's important to take care of, you know. It is quite a difficult scenario as professionals also. So for example, you know, I was just going through a post on Facebook just before the call, and
Yeah.
I saw that this person, he suffered panic attacks, and you know, he went to multiple doctors, cardiologists, surgeons, neurologists, and got his EEG done, and all were clear. All the medical tests were clear. Even the doctors, they told him to visit a psychiatrist or
Okay.
meet a mental health professional. But he was denying. He was saying, no, there is some physical problem. How can I have any kind of problems in my mind? Am I mad? Am I crazy? I'm not, you know. I want a solution from you. At the end, he had to go to a psychiatrist who diagnosed him having panic attacks.
Right.
And through therapy and through medications, that person is doing well. So what I'm trying to explain here is the first reaction to any bodily changes is that there must be something wrong in the body. But we forget that our mind and body is connected, you know.
Yeah. True.
And a lot of things goes on in our mind which manifests into bodily reactions.
Correct. And I don't understand why is it so difficult for people to acknowledge that, you know, brain being an organ of the body itself can hamper sometimes. If you have a stomach ache, you would very happily announce it in your own family that मेरा पेट दर्द हो रहा है, आज मैं दलिया खाऊंगा, ऐसा कुछ. But if there's anything to do with your brain, say even if you're stressed out, you'll not pronounce it as easily. You'll just keep it to yourself, and I feel like at times that is the worst enemy. When you don't talk it out, when you just keep it to yourself, that is when there's this grave need of going to a therapist and seeking help from them.
Yes, definitely. So what I feel is that, you know, physical illnesses or somewhere ailments, I would say, are still observable and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
And it's so what happens is that we really don't talk a lot about our emotions, about our feelings, about how am I doing inside our family. I haven't seen my parents talking about openly about what they feel, you know, today. At least people do start talking about how they feel, and if they're not okay today, and it's more acceptable, still coming out to be acceptable in our generation.
Right.
But still, we have a long way to go, long way to go in coming up and talking about it.
True.
And I think the conversation needs to start in the family, in the house. Everything starts from talking within your support systems.
Right. And even if not your family, your
Yeah.
closest friends can
If
help.
we acknowledge,
True.
acknowledge the fact in the family that emotions are important, feelings are important, and
Right.
you know, different changes in the moods are important, then I
True.
think we can still spread awareness. We can still feel okay and it's acceptable.
Right. And as a professional, what would be the advice you would want to give to someone if they're going through anything per se? What are the signs that one should look out for?
So we are not talking really here about the specific signs of the disease, but any disease per se. But so one is that we need to understand that sadness, anger, negative emotions are a part of us.
Right.
What happens is, like, I remember, and I keep quoting this to my clients, you know, that have you ever heard any elder telling you कि बेटा कोई बात नहीं, दुख भी एक इमोशन है. हमने सिर्फ यही सुना है कि सदा सुखी रहो, सदा खुश रहो.
Yeah.
You know, all of these
Don't cry, don't shout, don't show your anger.
So all of
Yeah.
these, yeah, definitely. So all of these notions are so imbibed in us that we generally fear feeling negative emotions. So one of very important thing which I feel is that yes, sadness, anger, irritability, low mood, they are very normal emotions and a part of us. But the problem comes in when these emotions or negative thoughts, they start lingering on for a longer time. So if you feel that you don't, if anyone feels that they feel disconnected from people, they don't feel like talking, or you know, their mood is literally getting fluctuated. So these are basic signs of their sleep, because sleep and appetite, like खाना और सोना, दो ऐसी चीजें हैं जो आपके मूड और आपके सोच से काफी लिंक्ड होते हैं. तो इन दोनों में जब चेंजेस आने लगे
Right.
और बाकी moods में change आए, so these are some alarming signs, you know, where a person can feel that, you know, I'm not feeling okay-ish, I'm not feeling myself.
Right.
So I think that's the time when, you know, you can think of coming out and talking about your feelings and emotions.
All right. And the other thing that I wanted to know from you is, say I have understood that there is something that there's a persistent feeling that I have. Like, of course, I'm going to, speak about it to my friends or my family or whoever am I closest to. When should I really talk to a professional about it?
So I feel that one is that we all have support systems, okay?
Yeah.
And like I said, that if we are talking more openly about our feelings, about our emotions within our family, within our support system, friends, you do feel little better after some time, you know, because they give you some kind of a support, a happiness, or, you know, they just help you
Yeah.
free your emotions for a while. But the most important thing where a lot of us actually falter is that we feel that हमारे घर में ही therapist बैठे हैं या हमारे घर वाले हमारी counseling कर देते हैं. We all need to understand that no, there are professionals for that.
Right.
So when you feel that, for example, your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, some thoughts which are really bothering you, your anxieties, all of these have started hampering your functioning, that is daily functioning. Maybe they start, you know, making a hindrance in your daily life functioning, that is maybe at your work,
Yeah.
you're unable to concentrate, your sleep is increasing, you're unable to maintain personal relationships, you're unable to feel good within yourself. That is the time I think one should seek help.
Right.
And I have seen in my own practice, definitely after in this COVID situation and after you know, these recurrent deaths of big superstars, there is some kind of insecurity and there's some kind of the uncertainty is really questioning them. And so I have clients coming up. Yesterday only I had 2-3 clients coming up and they're saying that we just want to check if we are mentally fit because so many things are happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's also perfectly all right.
Yeah.
Because yes, people are scared, yes, people are really, really concerned. But also if you feel that, you know, you don't know whom to speak to, maybe you feel that maybe your family members will judge you, or if you go and talk to your friends, they will not really understand what you're going through.
Right.
Do seek help, because one is that a lot of clients, they come up and say that we did not have anyone who would listen to us. You know,
Yeah.
maybe just listening helps a lot.
Definitely it
Maybe
does.
just venting out helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is definitely out of the league. I was not planning to ask this, but just because you mentioned, so you have all of these people coming up to you and almost like venting to you, right? Doesn't that distress you as a person? Because you're just you're surrounded with
Yeah.
such negative thoughts all the time. So people just coming and cribbing to you. How do you deal with it?
Definitely. We are human beings at the
Right.
first, and I feel there is the mental health of a therapist even more important because we are taking it so
True.
much. So I feel at this time, what is the most important is to take care of your own self.
Right.
Be more empathizing towards your own self. Be more appreciative of your own self, and taking time off for yourself. So it's okay if I tell my client that today I'm not feeling well, and if it's okay, we can schedule a session for like after 2 days.
Right.
And really, some clients who have been with me for a longer time, they understand, you know. So it's perfectly all right if you take a break. If it's perfectly all right that you don't feel okay within your own self. So I believe that every therapist should go through therapy because we are going through so much. I know my own colleagues who are going through therapy on their own, and it gives them immense insight about who they are, and um, and it also helps them become better therapists.
Yeah. Definitely, a doctor cannot help themselves, so I think that fits all the therapists
Yes,
also.
definitely.
Yeah. So, Navya, just a last question. Is there anything you'd like to say to people that they need to know? If there's something, some basic routine that they can follow, or if there's just anything that that can help someone.
See, this is a very tough situation currently, like we all are going through. The first thing I would actually say that, COVID situation is still going on and it's a lockdown time. Everybody is in actually stuck somewhere or the other.
Yeah.
I would actually say be kind to yourself. Don't be harsh. It's perfectly all right that you are not productive as you were maybe an year back. I would say do not judge yourself. It's perfectly all right if you're able to deliver 60% of the work when you were delivering maybe 90%.
Right.
Be kind. Be more compassionate. Practice gratitude. Help people. Help yourself. It's important right now that we inculcate these positive feelings, because the more you think that why is it happened with me, or why am I like this, the
Yeah.
more you're going to dig a hole and keep falling into it. So
Right.
talk more about what you feel. Talk to your friends, talk to your family members. And definitely, if you are in that zone where you are not feeling fine, if you just want to speak out, maybe not with your family members or friends, seek help. And there are so many organizations which are conducting free online sessions or minimal online sessions. We are all there to help you. So I would just say, come out and talk about it. There is no harm in talking about what you feel.
True. Honestly speaking, and that just helped me also. I felt so much better with the last piece of advice. I'm sure whoever is watching this video is gonna feel much better. And if there's any confusions in their heads, it's gonna clear out a lot. So I would like to thank you so much, Navya. I am going to put all of her links and everything she does, where she works. I am going to put it in the description box below. So please check it out. And thank you so much, Navya. It was such a pleasure talking to you. You've been a great help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Divya. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, then please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more amazing yet impromptu content. Post new content every week, so please check that out below, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, take care and bye bye.